Let's settle this debate. Who is the more impressive double champion, Islam Makhachev or Ilia Topuria? Now, firstly, I want to say actually neither of them are more impressive because neither of them are double champions. They are two division champions. That out of the way, I think this comes down to whether you value the competition or the way you did it more. Because in terms of who was beating the better version of opponents, the answer is probably Islam Makhachev. He beat a better version of Charles Oliveira than Ilia Topuria did. He beat a better version of Alexander Volkanovski than Ilia Topuria did. However, Ilia Topuria beat Charles Oliveira in a more impressive fashion than Islam Makhachev did. Ilia Topuria also beat Alexander Volkanovski in a much more impressive fashion than Makhachev did in the first fight. I ask you this question, is it more impressive to beat Alexander Volkanovski, maybe a slightly regressed version in a second round KO? Is it more impressive to beat a slightly better version of Alexander Volkanovski, but in a very close decision? Same question goes to Charles Oliveira. Is it more impressive to beat an absolute peak version of Charles Oliveira in a second round submission? Or is it more impressive to beat a regressed version of Charles Oliveira in a first round domination KO? Other thing to take into account is we still don't really know how good JDM is. He had a great performance versus Bilal, had that great win, but I want to see him fight all these other contenders to see how good he really is at 170. With all that being said, I said that if Islam Makhachev beat Jack Della Maddalena, he would take over Ilia Topuria's spot as #1 pound for pound, and I stand by that. However, in terms of whose two-division champion accomplishment is more impressive, I slightly lean Topuria.